Welcome back to the 3 of 7 podcast. Here's a quick lesson with yours truly on how to level the playing field of life and achieve success within your mission or your talent or your passion in life. Hope you enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chad Wright. It's my mission in life to portray to you the lessons that I have learned through over a decade of service in the U.S. Navy SEAL teams. Throughout these lessons, you're going to learn the tools that I have used to propel myself through the furnace of adversity and to achieve success within my mission when times get hard. Lesson 1, talent versus tools. We can all achieve success within our passion if we recognize our talent and use our tools properly. Talent without the efficient and effective use of tools is ineffective. We're all made of the same stuff, so why should we trust one another? Why should we believe in ourselves? After all, at this point in our lives, we might not have accomplished any great things by society's standards. We might not have built a large business or achieved financial freedom, sustained a happy marriage or relationship. Yet we're looking at those around us that may have done one or more of these things thinking, what do they have that I don't? And the true answer is nothing. These people that have seemingly made it, in our eyes, don't have anything that we don't possess within ourselves. There's but one difference. The man or woman who we might look up to or view as complete or successful has figured out how to use the tools naturally possessed by all of mankind efficiently and effectively in order to accomplish their desired goals. So what are these tools and how do they differ from natural talent? We're all gifted with different talents but the same tools. A talent could be playing music, singing, dancing, writing, artistic ability, business sense, people skills, but we're all gifted with the same tools. Some of the tools we possess can be listed as time, our physical bodies, our ability to listen and learn, our will, what we want or do not want to do, the people surrounding us, and our own speech, just to name a few. When we can grasp and maximize the use of these universal tools, then we can achieve greatness within our own passion and talent. We can begin to see that the playing field of life is leveled. Talent alone is never enough, nor is it a valid excuse to blame personal failure on a lack of talent within your lane or your mission. Some could argue that the size of the tools that we possess as individuals are unequal. Thus, we're disadvantaged compared to another person. That statement would be true if we viewed the end state of our goal only from the aspect of time until completion. For instance, if you and I are both using a hammer to drive a nail into a plank of wood, the end goal is to drive the nail completely flush with the surface of the plank. If your hammer's larger than mine, of course you will complete the task faster than me. But with my smaller hammer, I can still achieve the same end result of mission success, although my timeline will be slightly different. Let's look at a theoretical example of a young man who has a talent for playing guitar. That talent in and of itself will never be enough to achieve greatness within the music industry. But when our guitar player takes ownership and utilizes his universal tools to develop his talent, then and only then can mastery be achieved. So does our guitar player set aside as much time as possible to focus on improving his talent? Does he take care of and discipline his body with proper diet and exercise so he feels good enough physically to maximize his talent? Does he choose to focus his mind on ways to improve and expand his talent by reading, learning, and listening to all available sources? Does our guitar player discipline his will and intentionally practice and expand his talent? Does he choose to surround himself with other people that might have a more advanced knowledge and ability than he possesses in the moment? I've found that every individual I've met along the course of my own journey who's at the pinnacle of their profession reached that point by the proper use of the tools discussed here. I'll use myself as another example of the truth that can be found in this concept. The difference between tools and talent was actually realized by me at a young age in my own life journey to reach the pinnacle of U.S. military fighting forces. When I decided to become a Navy SEAL, I was at best a man of average talent. How could I ever expect to reach the absolute tip of the spear and operate with the highest caliber individuals our modern society has ever known? I was no great swimmer or runner. I had no special athletic abilities. As a matter of fact, I never played sports or swam in a swimming pool or ran more than a mile and a half prior to taking the physical standards test to earn a SEAL contract, a test that I failed multiple times before finally passing with minimum standards. I had some tools. I had a healthy body to work with. I invested every spare minute into my objective of becoming a SEAL. I had a sound mind. I learned and absorbed every bit of information I could find about becoming a SEAL. I had a strong will. I made up my mind that no one was going to tell me no or make me feel inadequate. I had people I purposefully surrounded myself with, other men who had the same goal as me. I had my own speech. I would tell the people who were close to me, friends and loved ones, that I was going to become a Navy SEAL, although many laughed at my statement. The funny thing is that a man like me with below average talent, paired with the proper use of the tools that we all possess, made it through the hardest military training in the free world without any issues, while men possessing great talent, college and Olympic level swimmers and runners, former professional athletes, routinely failed to endure even the first day of training.